How does it work?
you are doing against. And it seems that Vinny Jr. heard a verbal abuse from a supporter.
Electronic scoreboards as well saying that the club's against insults in football. And
Racism has been a pervasive force in human history, with its roots deeply ingrained in the social, political, and economic structures of many societies. The legacy of racism has had a profound impact on individuals and communities, perpetuating inequality and injustice across generations. In this video, we will examine the lasting impact of racism on individuals and communities, and explore racism in Islamic perspective. Racism has its roots in the transatlantic slave trade and colonization, which saw millions of Africans forcibly removed from their homes and brought to the Americas as slaves. This dehumanizing system of forced labor was justified by the belief in the inherent superiority of white Europeans and the supposed inferiority of Africans.
I'll tell you this. When I left this country in 1948, I left this country for one reason only, one reason. I didn't care where I went. I might have gone to Hong Kong, I might have gone to Timbuktu, I ended up in Paris, on the streets of Paris, with $40 in my pocket on the theory that nothing worse could happen to me there than had already happened to me here. You talk about making it as a writer by yourself. You had to be able then to turn up all the antenna with which you live, because once you turn your back on this society, you may die. One thing for me. They released me from that particular social terror, which was not the paranoia of my own mind, but a real social danger visible in the face of every cop, every boss, everybody.
But it has different aspect in Islam, and always stood against racism since its inception. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was very clear on this issue from the very beginning. He taught that all people are equal regardless of race, ethnicity, or nationality. Quran also mentions this idea several times throughout its verses, specifically in Surah Al-Hujurat, which states, "O mankind, we have created you from a male and female, and made you into nations and tribes that you may know one another." This verse is a reminder of how we should treat each other with respect, regardless of our differences. It is also important to note that Islam does not condone any form of discrimination or prejudice based on race or ethnicity. In fact, it encourages us to show kindness towards all people regardless of their background or beliefs. In conclusion, racism is a complex issue with deep roots in our past, but there are signs that progress is being made towards true equality for all, regardless of race or ethnicity, through increased education on diversity issues, along with laws aimed at preventing discrimination based on these characteristics, which can only lead us closer towards a better future, where everyone can live together peacefully without having fear or hatred.